What's going on, world? It's Mr. Dreams to Reality, Coach Ford here with a daily vlog. I can't wait to bring you. I got a story to tell you today, but first, I got my sip, got my coffee. Um, so, as you know, I've been working on my entrepreneur journey, getting tons of mentoring, getting tons of help, and on this process, I've actually uh, discovered some things and people that I'm supposed to help. And so for the last 6 to 8 months or so, I've been meeting with some 20-something-year-olds, just having conversation, just having general conversations. And over the last couple of weeks, I started to understand who it is I'm supposed to help. And so I just want to welcome everybody back. I thank you for helping me. I thank you for liking, subscribing, for sharing. Everybody that's been supportive. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you 1,000 times. So I want to tell you a story today. So I want to tell you a story about a young woman um, who is ambitious. She's got some motivations, and she's looking to figure some things out. And so I just stumbled upon this situation, right? Like I wasn't planning on being a mentor or focused to. I was just having a conversation. Um, and so we just started striking up conversations. And so as I'm building my e-story, as I'm thinking about, okay, who it is that I serve, service to others, who can I help? And I was listening to a podcast, and they were like, the speaker said, to console and mentor your contemporaries. And so uh, I had been working with these 20-something-year-olds and just talking to them about life, giving them different advice. And not me trying to give them life, just me asking them, what is the things you're trying to accomplish? What are the things you're trying to do? Because I get it. I remember being that 20-year-old, right? And it's not about me. They don't like me that much, right? Most people don't like people they listen to online that much, not to care about their story. So it's not about my story. So I'm going to tell her story. So she's 20-something-year-old going through her college journey. College didn't work out for whatever reason. So she comes back home, and I'm just having a conversation with her because I'm starting up this. I have started and running the Fordex empire, right? So I'm running my business. I'm crafting what I want the show to look like. I'm crafting what I want the company to look like. I'm crafting all these things. And so I'm really trying to get it figured out what it is that I hope to accomplish, what it is that I hope to see and develop as an individual. And so, as a business owner, as the lead creator for Fordex Media, which is a department of my company. And so, it started off as me asking her to be just one of my assistants, to be to work with me in this company, to help me organize my chaos, right? As I build this company up, because I have big visions. And so when you have big visions, you have to have people on your team. You have to have team members that can help you accomplish the dream. And so one of the people that I really I take this concept from is Steve Jobs, and he's talking about building 18 players. So I remember going to an education conference, and they were talking about this high performing school on the East Coast. And the question was, how did you get all these people to, perform at this level? And they're like, well, you have to train and develop these people to be that standard. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to take that approach to my business. And I'm going to train and develop these people to this high standard. Right. But before you can train and develop people to this high standard, you have to find out what they want, what they like. And so working with people like my age group or older is hard to work with because they're already kind of seasoned in a way to where they have a perspective and view of life that they want to see. And that's not really what my company's mission and focus is. If you're going to be more of a open-minded individual, more of a creative person, more willing to not be snarky in conversations, then I could work with you. And so it really works well. And there's actually 2, 3, 4, 5 different young adults in this age group that I talk with, I have conversations with on a regular basis because they're trying to find information. They're trying to get the advice to move forward. And I'm like, oh, I could do this. I could give free advice to 20-something-year-olds. I remember, I don't care. I used to get free advice all the time. I used to get it all the time. I would ask questions, and sometimes a lot of these guys just don't know who to ask or the person to ask. So I'm making it my business to be that person to ask, to be that person they can call and say, hey man, uh, I'm thinking about making a career switch. What do you think about this? Or maybe they're looking to take on a job, right? So I started off in the restaurant industry. So I worked 3 or 4 different restaurants. No, correction. I worked in a grocery store most of my time until about 18, 19. And then at 19, I got a job at a restaurant. So I got a job at 3 different restaurants. And then as I progressed, some of the people were leaving. They went to a bigger corporation, and I made that move to a corporation. And so you just learn from other people. And, at this age group, they're just trying to figure it out. And people can say, well, this age doesn't listen. I don't think it's the case that this age doesn't listen. I think the older people aren't listening to them, and they're not asking questions. And so I feel the young people. I feel the young people in terms of, because I see it. I see it when I deal with people my age group. Like, they know it all. So why would I even talk to them? And I don't ask them questions unless I know that they're coming from a good place. And so I feel the young people. I got a nephew that's going to be 20, and so I have to handle him differently than I do everybody else. I'm a little bit harder on him because I got high expectations for him. And so when you got high expectations for people, it comes off differently. But he know I love him, and I care for him, and I want to see him be succeed, and I want to give him a blueprint. So when I see young cats like that, to me, they look like my nephews, and I got plenty of those guys I call my nephew. They ain't even my nephew, but they my nephew, right? Because my uncle used to give me game, and so but he couldn't give me this game, the game that I'm about to help. Uh, you know, I'm gonna say L. I'm just gonna give her name L on her journey. And some of the questions she asked me is career advice, financial management. How do I make my dreams reality? And my name is Mr. Dreams to Reality. I'm still pursuing my dreams. My dreams have already been realized. This video shows me and the proof of me writing my book, my merch, my website, everything is coming to fruition. It's just now it's doing the process and the steps. Here's the thing that gets people hung up. Here's the payoff. You gotta believe that it's possible. You gotta visualize. You gotta dream. You gotta see it before it's tangible. That's an Eric Thomas line. Go look him up. Go listen to Eric Thomas. And so when you see it before it's tangible, when you see it before it's possible, then it becomes possible. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something. These AirPods, that was in somebody's mind, and then they went to designing it. And so you have to visualize it. So I actually came up with a 3 simple step plan on how to visualize your dream. And so now we're doing some coaching. So you're probably asking, why am I doing this? I'm doing it for free for 20 something years old because I want to see them successful, and I want to see them being productive, and I want to help them figure it out. And the more we help them be productive and the more we help them out, the better the economy is, the better businesses are, the better it is for me as an entrepreneur and a business owner, right? To have to develop a community of like-minded individuals. And so I'd rather do it with people who are receptive and want to learn. I don't want to talk to nobody that doesn't want to be a student. I want to talk to nobody that's getting on my Facebook post or on my social medias asking me questions, but their heart ain't in the right place, right? And I'm not here for that, and I don't care. You do what you do, but if these are the kids that are the next waves, and we're helping them develop as leaders and people, and so I get it. I take on a lot on my plate, so I got to have some people that's a little bit more flexible in their time. And I'm going to say it in this term, they don't have as much weight from life on them, right? So they're still kind of light, and they're not in a, well, life just kind of takes you in a direction. And I feel it. A lot of people just life just sweeps them under. It's like a current. Life just sweeps you under the current. And if unless you have a plan, unless you have a strategy and have a North Star, it's really hard to comprehend this. And so she's on her journey. She's on her way. I ask her all the time, what do you feel about these resources? I'm having her beta test the resources all the time. What do you think about this career 3-step career plan? What do you think about this financial analysis? What do you think about these tools and resources? Do you feel these things are helping you? I ask a lot of questions because I want to produce the best content and resources for her and people like her, and for my nephew, right? And people like him. And so I really deal with 20-something-year-olds that drink coffee. If you like Starbucks, I love Starbucks. I love drinking at my local cafe. That they have my heart. But Starbucks is my go-to. So if I had to pick one, it's definitely Starbucks, especially when I'm not in my local town. When I'm out on the road, it's Starbucks. If I can get in, Starbucks be popping. But no, I love Starbucks, man. It's good, man. I'm not gonna talk about their competitors because uh, it's just not sweet like that. And they ain't sweet like that. Uh, but what am I saying? Starbucks just says what I say. And I feel the young people on that. Like they're saying the thing that I say. And so them are the people I resonate with. That's who I'm gonna build my community with. And then I'm gonna give them mentors to go with them and insulate them and help them through their journey and have an insulation of people that's gonna help them. And I'm not just gonna give them some cynical old person that their life is what it is and they think they're better than the young people or better than me. Like, man, you ain't better than me, bro. Like, come on, get out the way. And so I feel the young people on that. Like they want to be respected too. They want to be talked to like they adults. And so I feel them on that. And I'm here for it because I was respected as a young adult. And so I think we got the wrong perception of the young people. I think if we teach them and help them and mentor them, then a lot of these problems people talk about would be alleviated. And so here's the payoff. The payoff is build relationships with people, man. Make people feel safe. Make them feel loved. Make them feel like this is a place they belong. And if you do that, then people are going to go to bat for you. But if you don't make them feel loved and build relationships for them first, then it's going to be real hard. So, hey, this has been a daily vlog with Mr. Dreams Reality, Coach Forrest Speaks. I went over my time. Bye.